week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Brissett on first down.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Up the middle, here's Elliott.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Brissett.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Brissett. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brissett.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 11. Here's Jones. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Cowboys 9.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brissett's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Brissett. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Again to Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, kill. Go.
On the counter, Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Brissett now. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
11.
Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, 12. 11 MT.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
On one, ready?
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
McPherson now for the extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 37-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check.
To throw, Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
First down, here's Burrow. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action now. Brissett. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that play was all about timing between the quarterback and his tight end, because the ball's got to be released with a little bit of float to it so he can run under it. Lays it out there for him. You know what else is involved? Trust that he's going to separate from the defender and have a chance to get the football, and he does exactly that and gets out of bounds with a first down.
No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett sets to throw it. Able to hit his target, Lamb. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
11 Thomas.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you was putting.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bengals 21, Cowboys 3. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. From the 31, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
From the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A first down throw for Brissett.
That is caught by Lamb. He'll get it inside the 20.
A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
They'll throw now on the final play. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
John Hightower on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Get set. 11, 11, 11.
Now they go play action now. Burrow steps away. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here we go, here we go.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
It's Mixon on the counter.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
12, 12, 12.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Brissett. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Flushed out right. That one complete to Elliott.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Brissett.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Brissett. That's caught. It's James Washington.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Again, it's Brissett. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But all guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 24. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead.
Here we go.
You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack on first down, Burrow.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here we go, here we
An
go.
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Brissett's throw hauled in by Washington. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brissett to throw on first. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
Kill.
Now Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and goal, Brissett. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
John Hightower on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But not that any of the points would be needed. But, CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
11 mighty.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
48 yards.
and the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, Brissett. And now here is another interception. He's at the 50.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
78 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff to Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Mixon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Kill. Go.
A 20th carry here for Elliott.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Brissett.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot
there. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this